Welcome back to Power Panel 365. This is your host, Star Coates. And tonight I'm going to be reading a story from the Children's Bible Storybooks. And the name of this story is called The Voice from the Burning Bush. I hope that you are in your beds and you're resting, you are comfortable, you have brushed your teeth and washed your face. And even if you're not ready, I hope you get ready real soon. Once again, the name of this story is called The Voice from the Burning Bush. The years went by as there was a new Pharaoh in Egypt, but the Israelites were no longer better off. At last their prayers and cries of suffering reached God and reminded him of the promise he had made to Abraham so long before. Moses was still living in Midian, minding his father-in-law's flocks. One day, as he was leading his sheep to graze in the wild pastures, he came to Horeb, the mountain sacred to God, and he saw an extraordinary thing. A bush on the mountainside was burning, but although the flames came from it, the bush itself was not burned. As Moses stood there marveling, the voice of God called to him of the fire, "Moses, Moses." And he replied, "Here I am." "Don't come any closer," God said to him, "and take your shoes off, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." And Moses did as God told him. But he covered up his face, for he was afraid to look directly at God. Then God said, "I have seen the sufferings of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out to me, and now I have come to rescue them from the Egyptians and bring them to a good and fruitful land where the Canaanites and the Hittites live. Come, I will send you to Pharaoh, and you shall bring the children of Israel safely out of Egypt." Moses was afraid. He said to God, "Who am I to be given such responsibilities?" "Don't be afraid," God said to him. "I will help you, and to prove that I have sent you, when you have brought our people safely out of Egypt, you will all come here to this mountain to worship me." Then Moses said, "If I go and tell the Israelites that the God of their forefathers has sent me, they will ask me his name, and then what shall I say?" God answered, "Tell them that the God has sent you, their God Jehovah, the God of their fathers Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and for this is my name forever." But Moses still said, "I don't think they will believe me." "What is that in your hand?" God asked him. "A staff of wood," he replied. God said, "Throw it to the ground," and Moses did so, and at once it became a wriggling snake. He jumped back in horror, but God said, "Pick it up by the tail." Trembling, Moses did, and turned back into his staff again. Then God said, "Put your hands inside of your cloak." And Moses did, and when he drew his hand out again, it was all white and covered with sores. Then God told him to do it again, and when he pulled his hand out, God had healed it completely. God said to Moses, "I am giving you these signs to prove to the people that you are my messenger, and that I and I alone have sent you to help guide them." I hope you enjoyed that story. May you rest well, and may the Lord bless you.